Water forms crystal-like, symmetrical structures at 432 Hz. At 440 Hz, it forms chaotic, ugly shapes. But what if your body is 70% water? The music you listen to, the fear you feel, the words you speak, they physically change your cells. Japanese scientist Dr. Masaru Emoto spoke the words love and hate to water. Under a microscope, a shocking difference was observed. Water crystals vibrating with love were dazzling, while those vibrating with hate were distorted. This is no coincidence. Vibration shapes matter. Nikola Tesla said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Here's the bombshell truth. You're not just observing vibration. You are the vibration itself. And the frequency you are emitting right now determines who will call you in the next 24 hours, what job offer you will receive, and what illness will be triggered. By the end of this video, you will learn a protocol that will change your vibration and irreversibly alter how the universe behaves toward you. But first, ask yourself, what frequency am I broadcasting on right now? The science of vibration. Why is it real? Everything vibrates. Quantum reality. Everything around you has a vibrational velocity. In high school chemistry, they taught you that matter is made up of atoms. But what they didn't tell you was that atoms are 99.9% empty space. You hold a table. It feels solid. But in quantum physics, your hand and the table are collisions of the vibrational frequencies of electron clouds. Nothing is solid. Everything is energy vibration. Physicist Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, said, "All matter exists by the vibration of a force, and we must presuppose that force as a conscious and intelligent mind." So, consciousness and matter are not separate. They are both different vibrational densities. Seismics. How sound shapes matter. In the 1960s, Swiss scientist Hans Jenny developed the science of seismics, shaping with sound. The experiment is simple but shocking. Place sand on a metal plate. Play sounds at different frequencies. The sand forms geometric patterns. Each frequency creates a different pattern. Low frequency, simple shapes. High frequency, complex, symmetrical, sacred geometry. Here's the critical point. Your voice, your words, your thoughts are also vibrations, and your body is shaped according to this vibration. Dr. Bruce Lipton, epigenetics and vibration biologist. Dr. Bruce Lipton discovered that the cell membrane is a mini brain. The cell membrane turns your genes on or off according to signals, vibrations from the environment. So, your genes are not your destiny. Your environment, vibrations, controls your genes. Lipton's experiment. The same stem cells transformed into fat, bone, and muscle cells in different chemical environments. The environment changed, the cell changed, the vibration changed, destiny changed. Now think about this. If you are constantly experiencing stress, fear, and anger, what signals are you sending to your cells? That's very frightening, isn't it? Dr. David Hawkins, the consciousness scale psychiatrist. Dr. David Hawkins measured the consciousness vibration of thousands of people for 20 years. The result? The consciousness map. Vibration levels, 1 to 1,000, 20 to 50. Shame, guilt, indifference, 100 to 175. Fear, desire, anger, 200. Courage, critical threshold, 250 to 350. Neutrality, willingness, acceptance, 400 to 500. Wisdom, love, joy, 540 to 600. Peace. Enlightenment, 700 to 1000. Enlightenment, Jesus, Buddha level. Below 200. Energy drainer, vampire. Above 200. Energy giver, source. Hawkins finding. 85% of people live below 200. This means that most people are at a vibration level that drains energy from their surroundings. What about you? What level are you at? What are you doing? What are you feeling? What words are you constantly saying? Schumann resonance, the heartbeat of the Earth. The Earth has a natural frequency, 7.83 Hertz. Schumann resonance. Interestingly, the alpha waves of the human brain are also 7 to 8 Hertz. So the human brain was synchronized with the Earth's frequency. But modern life, Wi-Fi, 5G, electromagnetic pollution disrupts our natural frequency. The result? Anxiety, sleep disorders, disconnection. Why do you find peace when you go out into nature? Because you resynchronize with your natural frequency. There are so many distractions now that it's difficult to achieve this, even if you wanted to. The price of wrong vibration. Why are we unhappy? Toxic relationships, frequency interference. You're talking to someone. The conversation ends. You feel tired. An energy vampire. Energy loss. You've ruined your own energy. 5 minutes with another person. You're revitalized, inspired. A source of energy. Why? Frequency mismatch. Low vibrational people, fear, anger, victim mode, absorb high vibrational energy because they cannot produce it within themselves. According to Hawkins, one person below 200 can drag down 90,000 people above 200. One negative can balance thousands of positives. A truly chilling truth. Here's why. If you're a good person, but constantly tired, it means the frequencies around you are draining you. Media and mass vibration. Watch the news. Murder, war, economic crisis, disease. Open social media. Comparison, jealousy, deception, drama. Every piece of content carries a frequency. And if you constantly consume it, you become locked into that frequency. You constantly switch between different frequencies, consuming dopamine, which is ultimately not a good thing. Hawkins test. Show someone a violent video, then do a muscle strength test. They become 30% weaker. Show them a nature video. They become 25% stronger. The content you consume is programming your cells. Signs of low vibration. Check yourself. If you have these symptoms, you are in a low vibration. Constant fatigue, even when you sleep. Chronic illnesses, colds, flu, aches and pains. Depression, anxiety, panic attacks, constant conflict in relationships, financial difficulties, lack of cash flow, feeling of bad luck, avoidance of people, isolation, addictions, alcohol, cigarettes, food, internet. This is not a failure. This is a frequency mismatch. Vibration. Change protocol. How can we improve our version? 1. The first 10 minutes of the morning. Plan your day. What do most people do in the mornings? They make phone calls, read the news, check messages. In the first 10 minutes, you are giving the frequency of your day to others. Instead, when you open your eyes, feel gratitude. I am alive today. Scan your body. Every cell of mine is healthy and alive. Set your intention. Today, I am living at the frequency of love, 540 Hertz. Take 3 deep breaths. Positive energy in, negative energy out. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research. People who meditate in the mornings release 40% less stress hormones throughout the day. 2. Word choice, vibration, programming. Words are not only a means of communication, but also vibration emitters. Low vibration words, I can't, difficult, terrible, I hate it. I'm tired. Impossible. High vibration words. I am doing it. I feel good. Beautiful. I appreciate it. I am energetic. Thank you. Change your words for a week. Your brain will lock onto the new frequency. 3. 528 Hertz. Miracle frequency. Scientifically proven frequencies include 528 Hertz, DNA, repair, transformation, solfeggio frequencies, 432 Hertz, natural harmony, peace, 741 Hertz, detox, cleansing from negative energy. Listen to music at these frequencies for 15 minutes a day. There are thousands of examples on YouTube. Dr. Glenn Ryan's experiment, 528 Hertz music, 9% improvement in DNA just by listening. 4. Keeping a gratitude journal, the vibration of gratitude. Every night, before going to sleep, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Your morning coffee, a smiling message from a friend, sunlight, simple things. But gratitude is a vibration of 540 Hertz on the Hawkins scale. HeartMath Institute's finding: the feeling of gratitude instantly regulates your heart rate. Chaos turns into order. 5. Mirror neurons. Filter your environment. The mirror neurons in your brain copy the emotions of the people around you. So, if you spend time with 5 people, you become their average. Relationships you need to question. Does my energy drop after meeting with this person? Does this person support me or criticize me? Does this person grow or complain? If the answer is negative, increase the distance. It may seem harsh, but protecting yourself is not selfishness. 6. Synchronization with nature. At least 20 minutes a day. Walk barefoot on the earth. Grounding. Look at the sunlight without harming your eyes. Morning/evening. Breathe in fresh air deeply. Scientific fact: contact with the earth neutralizes electrical activity in the body. Inflammation decreases. Sleep improves. 7. The power of the placebo. Believe, change. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research. Patients say they have undergone fake surgery. There is no real surgery, but 70% recover because their brains send healing signals. Vibration shift is like a placebo. If you believe it, it becomes real. Spend 2 minutes a day in front of the mirror. I am at the 540 Hertz love frequency. The universe is cooperating with me. Sounds absurd? Remember Dr. Emoto's water crystals. Words change matter. Remember, true power lies in simplicity. Vibration is a choice. Remember, you choose a frequency. Every moment you wake up in the morning, what's your first thought? Oh, it's Monday again, to 100 Hertz. Fear. Today will be a wonderful day, to 540 Hertz. Love. This choice determines your day, and your days determine your life. The universe isn't against you, it's with you. Most people ask, why is the universe treating me badly? The truth is, the universe reflects the frequency you emit, like a mirror. If you are afraid, it brings fear. If you love, it brings love. The universe is neutral. You are the programmer. The final challenge: 21 days. Scientific fact: a new habit is coded into the brain in 21 days. For 21 days, morning, gratitude plus intention. Throughout the day, high vibrational words. Evening, 528 Hertz, music plus gratitude journal. Avoid toxic relationships, connect with nature. After 21 days, look at your life. If it has changed, write "changed" under this video. Now, an invitation to an experience. Close your eyes. For 30 seconds, feel peace, love, and abundance within you. Feel this vibration in all your cells. Now, open your eyes. This feeling is 540 hertz. And right now, the universe has perceived you at this frequency. Something has changed, even if you don't notice it immediately. If you watch this video to the end, it's no coincidence. Your frequency has attracted this message. Now write a number in the comments. At what hertz do you want to live? 200 equals, I want courage. 350 equals, I want acceptance. 540 equals, I want love. The number you wrote represents your intention. An intention is vibration. Share it? No. Practice it. Time is a permanent illusion. But what if the years you think you wasted haven't actually disappeared anywhere? What if the universe has a deliberate account, and that account is currently filling up in your favor? Consider this. You look back and say, I wasted half my life. But what if the universe sees what you think you wasted? Colonel Harlan Sanders founded KFC at 65. Walt Disney went bankrupt at 41. These people had lost years, but their legacies are shaping the world today. The list of such examples is endless. You might be thinking, am I too late? But the real question is, has the universe ever seen what you call too late in this way? Here's a question for you. What if time didn't work the way you think it does? What if your past is the seed of your future gain and you're unaware of it? By the end of this video, you'll see how the universe compensates for lost years with interest, and that if you act today, no remaining years will be wasted. But first, ask yourself, what if nothing is actually lost? Chapter 1. What is time really? In 1905, Albert Einstein put forward one of the world's most radical ideas. Time is not the ticking of a universal clock. Time expands, contracts, and warps with speed and gravity. Let's ask a difficult question. If you were traveling in a spaceship at near the speed of light, while 10 years would pass on Earth, only a few months would pass for you. This is a law of physics, not metaphysics. Even GPS satellites have to correct for this effect. Otherwise, they would deviate by 10 kilometers a day. Conclusion. Time is not an objective reality. It is shaped by experiences. So what does this mean for you? The moment you say, I'm late, could be the starting point for another observer. Holographic universe. Everything exists simultaneously. In the 1980s, physicists David Bohm and Gerard 't Hooft put forward a controversial but revolutionary thesis, the holographic universe theory. What is a hologram? A three-dimensional image recorded on a two-dimensional surface. And the shocking thing is, every tiny part of the hologram contains the entire image. The universe may be like that too. Every point carries the code for all the information. Past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Stephen Hawking wrote in his book, The Grand Design, the past is not fixed. It is shaped by our present observations. What does this mean? A day wasted yesterday may take on a different meaning with your observations today. The story is not over yet. You are still writing it. Why is the concept of lost years dangerous? The human brain resorts to retrospective deception, consequential bias. When you look back, you see everything as inevitable. I shouldn't have entered into that relationship. I shouldn't have started that job. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman calls this a memory illusion. Every judgment you make about the past is influenced by your current mood. If you're happy, you find good things in the past. If you're unhappy, you rewrite everything as a mistake. The result? What you call lost years is mostly a projection of your current pain onto the past. It wasn't in the past. You were tired of the present. Narrative structure. Every story has 3 parts. In cinema, every story consists of 3 parts: beginning, normal life; routine, boring; conflict. Everything is turned upside down. Pain, loss, crisis; resolution. The hero transforms and wins. Ask yourself which part we are in right now. If you are suffering, yes, we are in the second part. But no one ever looked at a masterpiece and said, "Stop at the second part." J.K. Rowling was living in poverty when she wrote Harry Potter. She was receiving government assistance. She was depressed. Later, she said, "That period was my second part." Today, he's one of the richest writers in the world. And you're in the second part. This isn't the end. It's a beginning waiting to be established. Chapter 2. How the Universe Compensates. Divine Accounting Mechanisms. Karma or Dharma. The difference is critical. Most people, upon hearing the word karma, think, "The bad things I've done will come back to me." But karma isn't just negative feedback. In Hinduism, karma equals actions and their consequences, a chain of causality. Dharma equals your unique role in the universe. Here's the critical point. Suffering on the path of Dharma doesn't create karmic debt. Rather, it pays off karmic debt. An analogy. A miner digs deep into a mine for years. No one sees him as a failure, because digging is necessary to find gold. The chosen one, while suffering, is digging a spiritual mine. And this digging will yield gold in the future. The universal interest system. Suffering is an investment. The world financial system has compound interest. Once you invest, interest generates interest. It starts with a small amount, but accumulates over the years. The same system works in the spiritual world as well. The pain you suffer today won't immediately pay off tomorrow, but it will return with compound interest a few years later. Here are some concrete examples. Colonel Sanders. He started at 65. 40 years of failure gave him patience and wisdom. He had offered the same recipes before, and perhaps no one would have been interested. But his 40 years of perseverance was a force no one could say no to. Oprah Winfrey. Childhood traumas could have closed every door, but every pain gave her deeper empathy. The strength she possesses today comes directly from the pain of her past. Walt Disney. He lost everything at 41. He went bankrupt. He had to give up his dreams. But this bankruptcy taught him something. Even if the financial crisis passes, dreams don't die. In the next 20 years, he created a legend. The period you call lost years is actually the period in which you accumulated interest. Retrospective causality, evidence that the future influences the past. In quantum physics, there is retrospective causality. A decision in the future can influence an event in the past. Wheeler's delayed choice experiment proved this. A photon behaves according to the decision to observe it in the future before the decision to start its journey is made. Apply this to your life. If you determine your direction today, moments wasted in the past become meaningful retrospectively, because those moments were the steps that created you today. The past is rewritten according to your choices today. This is a law of physics. The universe's accounting method. In religious traditions, there is divine justice. Right in Islam, grace in Christianity, karma in Buddhism. They all describe the same thing in different languages. The universe records every experience without it being lost. However, The universe's accounting is not the same as human accounting. Human accounting. 10 years wasted. I won't go back. The universe's accounting. These 10 years have developed capacity Y in person X. The bill is still open. Payment will be due soon. This isn't a comforting lie. It's a structural truth. Because every experience shapes neural networks, character, and perspective. And this shaping is permanent. The universe writes nothing in vain. Chapter 3. It starts now. A protocol to recover. Lost years. 1. Reprogram your perception of time. The brain perceives time according to anxiety. Boring moments arrow. Time passes slowly. Moments of flow. Arrow. Time disappears. According to Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's research, when in a state of flow, hours pass like seconds. And this is your most productive, most creative moment. First step. Learn to transform every moment you call wasted time into a moment of flow. How? Start with a small but meaningful action. Be a writer for 10 minutes. Learn music for 10 minutes. Think deeply about a subject for 10 minutes. What is the key point here? Always learn. Learning never ends, but always be open to learning, and you will leave a mark on the path you follow. When you look back, you will see the traces of where you came from, and this will give you pride. And moments Buddha not experienced enlightenment alone under a tree is created with not small beginnings. If you are constantly alone, transforming the energy of regret, the problem isn't with you. Regret is a very intense energy. Perhaps you weren't made for crowds. That's the main point. Every person who has made a turning point in history directed towards the past equals energy loss. Tesla, regret. Van Gogh, energy directed towards the future periods of solitude. Society called it transformed isolation. This exercise, but in reality, the greatest revolution regret comes to mind. Silence. Reframe it like this. So why are some people drawn to solitude? I wish I had made better use of those years. Why do they suffocate in crowds, but can breathe when alone? Those years brought me to where I am today. Here's the explanation. Today, solitude is the fruit of that experience. It's an evolution. This is not just positive thinking. You are not alone. It's neuro-linguistic reframing. And by the end of this video, frames the same event you will learn the true purpose of your solitude decrease and how to transform it into your greatest Stanford University. But first, 2019 ask yourself this question. 3. Am I running away from the crowd? The 24-hour universe running away from me. The universe's perception of time is completely different from ours. There are two types of 5-year plans and look back 10 years later. Loneliness that comes with a feeling of emptiness is only concerned with this moment. Those who expect attention from everyone, the past is gone. The future, people have abandoned you. Only feel unwanted. This moment exists. This is loneliness, practical born of incompleteness. Every morning, plan for just 24 hours. Second, don't ask, what will happen in 5 years, stemming from fullness. Instead, ask, you distance yourself from one thing I can do today, because there is a fullness even if it's just one step, a depth that others cannot understand. You may have a dream for 5 years from now. This loneliness is chosen. But you may not know if you can believe it. It doesn't hurt. It strengthens. But let's tell you the truth. Most people experience the first type. You might think it's impossible by focusing on your old self, and you are unaware of it. 6 months, you learn so much. Why does no one understand the next 6 months? An observation closer to the goal. Most people, or even if you don't get close, question, you believe you can achieve it, are lonely. So what I mean is, they are aware that they carry a universe within solved, that time passes the universe doesn't act when it sees that they never tire, but when they always feel new things. 4. But why? Identity because their frequencies are different. Who do I want to be? Think of radio stations. Dr. You are broadcasting in his 90.5 insisting on being this version, but everyone around you, transformation begins the moment you start living as your future self. They don't hear your signal. How? They think you're silent. Today, imagine your future self. But in reality, you're on a different frequency. Imagining isn't enough. Carl Jung said, start living like that person. The result of disharmony. If your future self is a healthy person, but eat healthily today. So the problem isn't self is a writer nobody understands today. If your future self will be a calm and free person, the language set boundaries today. Identity society's lie of loneliness, not thought. What has society taught you? Gratitude journal. Man is a social accountability with the universe. Loneliness is depression. Practice beyond the gratitude being alone discussed in previous topics. But the truth universe's dead book. Society keeps a journal every night because people can't cope with themselves. Left column. The 17th century philosopher, what the universe has given Blaise Pascal said, today, all the problems of mankind. Today, someone did me a favor that a man cannot sit quietly alone in a right column. Why can't some people in the universe's record for even 5 minutes? Today, I took a step because they can't be honest with themselves. Today, they always make excuses and complaints. This journal expresses your accountability. Most people constantly seek distractions every day. Work, social media, television, parties. The right column will also fill because silence reveals its own response to active participation. But you are different. You choose silence. Late flower, because there is no emptiness within you. Only fullness. There is a late flower in nature. The relationship bamboo grows underground for 5 years, then rises 30 meters in 6 weeks. Isaac Newton. No one sees the bamboo for 5 years. He spent his most productive years alone, but its roots go deep underground during a plague epidemic. A bird keeps its eggs warm for about a month. He discovered so gravity. It can see its chick. The theory of it doesn't go too far. And differential, and the chick hatches on time. Neither too early Henry David nor too late. He spent 2 years alone in the woods to write Walden. And we are part of the universe. He said, "Solitude, the years that transformed you, were not wasted." She spent most of her life alone at home and wrote over 1,800 poems. The exit is many of these were discovered. It won't happen after her death. It will happen. Nikola Tesla stand up. He never married, write a single word, stayed away from social life, and worked alone. Preparation, alternating current. I'm starting today. Wireless communication is on my side. All were born in solitude. Whichever you choose, it is your intention. You see the pattern? Genius drowns in crowds. It blossoms in silence. The process of spiritual purification. Spiritual teachings say that there is a period of solitude before great awakenings. Jesus spent 40 days alone in the desert. Then his teaching began. Buddha left his family and kingdom, meditated alone for years. Then he attained enlightenment. Muhammad withdrew alone to the cave of Hira. Then revelation came. This is no coincidence. Solitude kills the old self. The new self is born from silence. If everyone in your social circle is distancing themselves from you right now, if things are going wrong, if relationships are ending, don't panic. This is not a loss. It is a purification. Because people who matched your old vibration don't match your new vibration. And the universe is gently moving them away. Frequency. Mismatch. I don't fit anymore. Things you once enjoyed now seem meaningless. You live, you understand, you learn, and you move on. Superficial conversations suffocate you. Parties tire you out. Social media bothers you. Ordinary relationships drain you. Sometimes you force yourself to be like others. You pretend, and you don't take it too seriously. You think, there's something wrong with me. No, there's no problem. There's evolution. Before a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, it enters a pupa. The pupa is dark, narrow, and lonely. But this darkness is a condition for transformation. The butterfly doesn't seek crowds in the pupa. It silently forms its wings. You are like that too. Empathy. Overload. People with a high capacity for empathy absorb the emotions of others like sponges. You don't look in one direction. You look in many directions, and you see. Looking and seeing are different things. In a single day, you feel a friend's stress. You take on your family's anxieties. You read strangers' sadness. You carry the world's pain. At the end of the day, nothing is left of you. You become everyone's emotional dumping ground. That's why you retreat into solitude, to cleanse yourself, to return to yourself. Solitude is your emotional hygiene quarantine. Escaping herd mentality. Most people live without thinking. They do what society says. They wear the clothes fashion dictates. They believe what the media says. They conform to the expectations of their environment. They see everything given to them as their right, but never think about why. They rush towards free offers, but don't question why. because they don't understand that they are being exploited. This is herd mentality. It is safe, comfortable, and approving. But it also alienates humanity. You, on the other hand, ask questions. Is this really true? Do I believe this? Is this my way? And these questions will separate you from the herd, because the one who questions cannot be a follower. Friedrich Nietzsche. He who does not want to follow, the one who walks alone, joins the crowd. The brain does not remain silent. It cannot remain silent. So give it good codes. Choose different paths. Leave new traces. True peace will be found on its own path. Transformation from loneliness into strength. Rename loneliness. Loneliness. There are two words in English. Loneliness, unwanted, painful. Loneliness, chosen, empowering. You are not alone. You are in solitude. This change in mindset transforms everything. Instead of saying, "Nobody wants me," you say, "I choose to spend time with myself." Most people don't know who they are because they learn who they are from others. Their families say, "This is who you are." Their friends say, "You can't do this." Society says, "You should be like this." And your true voice gets lost in this noise. Loneliness is finding that voice. Rumi. In silence, the language of your soul speaks. Unleash your creativity. Every great work is born in solitude. Beethoven wrote the Ninth Symphony while deaf and alone. J.K. Rowling created Harry Potter while a single mother. Van Gogh painted his masterpieces while feeling rejected and alone. Why? Because creativity comes from depth, not from crowds. In crowds, you meet the expectations of others. In solitude, you create your own vision. Be selective. Quality over quantity. When you return to social life after solitude, everything changes. You no longer accept everyone's energy. It's as if you see everyone's heart, understanding what they want to say before they even speak. Your filter strengthens. 7 steps to embracing solitude. 1. Don't be afraid of silence. 10 minutes a day. No phone, no music, no people. Just you and silence. Disturbing at first, then liberating. 2. Go alone. Restaurant, cinema, travel. Go alone. You'll feel strange at first, but then a pure experience without having to account to anyone. 3. Create something. Write, draw, compose, build. Creativity is the fruit of solitude, pure self-expression, without the effort to please others. 4. Connect with nature. Walk in the woods. Sit by the sea. Watch the stars. Nature is solitude's best friend, because nature doesn't judge, it only allows. 5. Review the past. In solitude, memory opens. Old wounds, suppressed emotions. It hurts at first, but then, healing. 6. Imagine the future. The crowd keeps you in the past. Solitude creates space for you to design the future. What do I really want? You can only answer this question when you are alone. 7. Accept the transformation. Your old self is dying. Your new self is being born. This is painful, but every birth requires pain. You watched this video. You learned the true meaning of your solitude. Now you have 2 options. Continue to be a victim. Cry, "Nobody loves me." Be strong. Laugh, "I am self-sufficient." Now a test. Leave these numbers in the comments section. 1 equals, "I am transforming my solitude into strength." 11 equals, "I am not ready yet, but I am learning." 111 equals, "I am still suffering, but there is hope." Whichever number you choose, it is the right number for you. Because honesty is the first step to freedom. And if this video made you feel something, share it with a friend. Maybe they're also searching for the true meaning of their solitude. Sharing is growth. Return. Awaken. Be free. Solitude is where you begin to search for yourself. Hermann Hesse. You get lost in the crowd, but you find yourself in solitude. Albert Einstein. The deepest connection is the connection with oneself. Byron Katie. If your life is constantly filled with hardship, loss, and suffering, congratulations. As you heard, congratulations, because suffering is the strongest proof that you are not ordinary. Einstein struggled with depression. Lincoln failed 7 times. Frida Kahlo was crushed in an accident. Steve Jobs was fired. Oprah was harassed. Why did these people experience these things? What do they have in common? They not only succeeded, they changed history. So, was their suffering a coincidence? Or was it preparation? Here's the shocking truth. The universe gives ordinary people ordinary lives. They live an average life they can cope with. But those with a great mission are tested, broken, and rebuilt. If your life is hell, perhaps you are an angel. The universe is preparing you for the next plan. By the end of this video, you will learn the real reason for your suffering and how to transform it into strength. But first, ask yourself, why me? There are 2 types of people in life. Group 1, work, home, vacation, retirement, a straight line. They constantly complain and relive the same complaints over and over again, but they don't experience catastrophe because the universe doesn't pay them special attention. This is because they don't dare try anything new, and they blame everyone else. Group 2, constant crisis. Trauma from family, disappointment from relationships, blows from career, warnings from health. But note, despite all this, they manage to remain silent first. These people also possess extraordinary empathy, deep intuition, and creative genius. Which group are you in? If you are in the second group, here's the first truth. Your pain isn't random. The wounded healer, the hidden message of mythology. In Greek mythology, there is a centaur named Chiron, half human, half horse. While other centaurs are wild and uncivilized, Chiron is wise and benevolent. He is the teacher of great heroes, Achilles, Hercules, Jason. But Chiron has a secret, an unhealing wound. Struck by a poisoned arrow, Chiron cannot die because he is immortal, but his pain never ends. This wound drives them to learn the art of healing in depth. They cannot heal their own wounds, but they can heal the wounds of others. Carl Jung called this myth the wounded healer archetype. In other words, the best healers are those who know their own wounds. So what about you? What are the traumas, losses, and disappointments in your life preparing you for? High sensitivity, a curse or a gift? 15 to 20% of the population is born highly sensitive, HSP. These people feel their surroundings very deeply, read the emotions of others, cannot tolerate injustice, need to be alone, seek meaning in ordinary things, actually look for a solution to everything, and always have a belief. This is not a disorder, but an evolutionary gift. Many people who created great changes in history were highly sensitive. Why? Because they can see things that the average person cannot. But there is a price to pay. They experience everything deeply. A loss is like an earthquake for them. A disappointment turns into trauma. But this deep pain also produces deep empathy, creativity, and wisdom. Everyone suffers, everyone falls. What matters is what you do after those falls. Remember, if you're breathing, there's still a way, a solution. If your life seems too painful, perhaps you're feeling too much, and that's a strength. The first sign, I am different. Chosen. Individuals feel a difference from childhood. They cannot fit in with their families. They cannot connect with their peers. They have a feeling of, "I don't belong here." They ask deep questions at an early age. Why am I here? What is the meaning of life? This is not an exclusion, it's a sign. Because if you are dedicated to a great task, you cannot fit into small molds. They quickly understand and solve ordinary things and cannot stay there for long because they become aware of the situation and move on to bigger things. Why do the chosen suffer? Why does God allow this? The hardest question: if there is a creator and he chose you, why doesn't he protect you? Why does he allow you to suffer? The answer is shocking, because suffering is the only path to transformation. Everything is balance, the solid foundation, and pillars that hold great buildings upright. Consider this: gold doesn't shine without being melted in fire. Diamonds don't form without pressure. A butterfly can't fly without emerging from its cocoon. Great transformations don't happen in comfort. Comfort will end, and in time, the work to be done will not be difficult. Viktor Frankl suffered for years in Nazi camps. His family was killed. He was tortured every day. But there he discovered something. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing cannot: the freedom to choose one's attitude in any situation. Suffering teaches you this freedom. To break is to rebuild. In Japanese art, there is kintsugi. Broken ceramics are joined together with gold dust. The result? The artwork becomes more beautiful and valuable than it was before it was broken. Because the cracks are the story of the artwork. The suffering of the chosen ones is like this too. Every crack adds a layer of wisdom, and a story is written. Every loss deepens empathy. The voice fades, the word rises. Every fall makes the rise possible. If you too have been broken, this is not the end. You are being redesigned. The enemy does not attack. Empty targets? Spiritual teachings say, dark forces do not waste time on trivial things. A thief does not break into an empty house. An army does not attack a village where there is no threat. Similarly, if you are constantly under attack, you have value. Use your value consciously. Jesus carried the greatest light. He suffered the greatest pain. Gandhi liberated a nation. He spent a large part of his life in prison and on hunger strikes. Mandela became president after spending 27 years in prison. Malala won the Nobel Prize after being shot. Do you see? The intensity of the suffering you endure is a sign of the importance of your mission. Being a pillar in the family. Think of the family as a building. The chosen one is like the pillar that holds everything up. But being a pillar isn't easy. Everyone leans on you. You solve financial crises. You help people through emotional breakdowns. You mediate family conflicts. You notice all of this, and no one else does. You experience the hard part internally and solve problems yourself without telling anyone. And often, no one even thanks you. Because the pillar's presence is natural, it goes unnoticed. But if it collapses, everyone feels it. If you are your family's problem solver, that's your role. The dark night before transformation. Mystics call this the dark night of the soul. Every dark night has a sunny morning. Jesus' last prayer before the cross: God, why have you forsaken me? A setback often precedes great breakthroughs. Job loss, followed by a new career. The end of a relationship, followed by true love. A medical diagnosis, followed by a lifestyle change. A financial crisis, followed by abundance and wealth. The darkest moment is just before dawn. If you are currently going through the most difficult period of your life, know this: a breakthrough is coming. It may get even harder, but with perseverance, you will win. Transforming your pain into strength 1. Accept the pain. Don't reject it. First step: stop resisting. Carl Jung said, "What you resist persists." If you see pain as injustice, you become a victim. If you see pain as a lesson, you become a student. If you see pain as preparation, you become a warrior. Viktor Frankl: if you give meaning to pain, it becomes bearable. 2. Rewrite your story. Ask this question: what is this pain teaching me? Nothing is in vain. Every event has a solution we don't know. Betrayal leads to teaches trust and boundaries. Loss from work arrow teaches you to find your true passion. Illness arrow teaches you to listen to your body. Loss arrow teaches you to appreciate love. Every trauma carries a seed of wisdom. 3. Transform your pain into service. The wounded healer uses their own wounds to heal others. If you have experienced addiction, then guide those who are addicted. If you have experienced depression, then give hope to someone contemplating suicide. If you have been abused, be a voice for victims. If you have experienced a financial crisis, teach others financial literacy. What you teach will both increase your knowledge and skills, and people will be grateful to you and give you spiritual strength. Your pain wasn't for you. Your pain was a bridge for others. 4. Be patient. Every pain has its time. Nothing in nature matures immediately. Bamboo waits underground for 5 years, then rises 30 meters in 6 weeks. The lotus starts in mud and blooms above water. Diamonds form under pressure for millions of years. You also have your time. Pain may seem meaningless now, but in 5 or 10 years, you will look back and see everything has a reason. Now, take a look at your life and think about what you were doing 10 years ago. Does everything you are experiencing today stem from what happened 10 years ago? Please be honest, and I await your answer in the comments. 5. Be strong. You are stronger than you think. The Rival Channel says, "The responsibility of being the chosen one has been entrusted to you because you possess unique spiritual power." That's true. God does not give you a burden you cannot bear. If you are experiencing this pain, it means you have the strength within you to overcome it. You may not see it yet, but the pain itself is proof of your strength. Create a better version of yourself by working on yourself without complaining to anyone. The success of the chosen one is not just for themselves. The family is lifted out of poverty. Children receive an education. Generations witness the breaking of the curse. Society finds inspiration. The waves of your victory reach shores you never saw. Remember, suffering is not failure. Suffering is not equal to punishment. Suffering is equal to preparation. If your life is full of difficulties, it doesn't mean something wrong has been done to you. It means something right has been done to you. Did you ask yourself throughout the video, is this me? Am I the chosen one? Here's the truth. If you watch this video to the end, the answer is already within you. Because ordinary people don't watch this kind of content. They look for entertainment, distractions, but you are looking for answers. You are looking for meaning. You are looking for purpose. And this is proof that you are already the chosen one. Now a challenge for you. Write a single word in the comments section. I am ready, or I am afraid. Whichever you write, it is the correct answer. Because honesty is the first step to growth. And if this video made you feel anything, hope, anger, sadness, strength, let others feel it too. share it. Because maybe a friend, a family member needs to hear this message right now. Don't just like, don't subscribe. Listen, respond, act. Because being chosen is not a passive state. It is an active choice. And the time to choose is now. Final words. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Nietzsche. Pain is where the light enters. Rumi. The wound is where healing begins. Yumi Sakugawa.